Hello, I'm Minyoung Park, a master's student reviewing the performance evaluation study titled Developments and Challenges of Foresight Evaluation. The presentation order follows the structure of the paper. Here's the bibliographic information of the paper. This paper was published in the 2024 issue of the journal Futures. It comprehensively analyzes the current state of research in the field of foresight evaluation and systematically reviews major topics, evaluative elements, and foresight frames. The study uses bibliometric analysis and LDA based on the paper data. For the introduction, this paper draws on future studies to explain the concept of foresight, which involves predicting and preparing for an uncertain future through continuous evaluation and reflection. Many studies emphasize the need for long-term feedback and learning mechanism rather than focusing solely on short-term results. Since the 1990s, Foresight, originally focused on forecasting science and technology, has evolved into an integrated tool for policy and strategic decision making, considering both technological trends and socio-economic impacts. It has moved from theory to practice, being applied in corporations, governments, and regional projects. Early research mainly assessed the usefulness of foresight outcomes or short-term effects, but recent calls highlight the importance of comprehensive evaluations covering planning, execution, and dissemination. This is also a need for systemic comparison and analysis of these evaluation activities. To address this, the study reviews 186 academic papers on foresight evaluation from the past 30 years to map the field's evolution, identify key issues, and propose directions and methodologies to enhance foresight as a practical policy tool. For the analytical framework and research questions, section 2.1 examines evaluative elements. The evaluation elements of foresight studies are based on two premises. Specific evaluation criteria must exist, and the evaluation method should vary depending on the purpose and context of the project. The paper classifies evaluative elements into three main categories. First one is quality, which evaluates the execution power of foresight activities, procedural expertise, and methodological completeness. Second one is impact, which evaluates whether the foresight activities have sufficient actual outcomes, effects, and influence. Third one is success, which assesses whether the activities help improve and support future decision making. The study highlights the need to shift the concept of success toward learning, meaning the improvement of the foresight process itself. Next is the foresight frame section. As mentioned earlier, foresight activities vary depending on project goals and context, so they are categorized into different types. The paper categorizes foresight activities based on two dimensions as shown in figure 1. Perceived change, how much change is desired, and perceived unpredictability is degree of uncertainty. In brief, uh, first one is predictive, and that refers to simple forecasting activities, and planning refers to straightforward plan development. Scenario focuses on exploring alternatives. Visionary aims for goal realization. Critical involves critical thinking. Transformative means searching for entirely new paths. The study uses these foresight frames to check whether research trends to be biased toward certain frames or is conducted comprehensively. The paper's research question list is as follows. RQ1 is foresight evaluation actively generating knowledge. This analyzes the structure of who is producing and utilizing knowledge. RQ2 is what topics are covered by foresight evaluation research and are diverse topic reflected. And RQ3 is are the evaluative elements evenly addressed and are the three proposed elements analyzed equally in the research. Last RQ4 is from the perspective of foresight frames, or the study bias. Using foresight frames as an analytical tool, it checks the balance of research distribution by frame. This is analyzed based on LDA. For the methodology, data was collected from Scopus DB abstracts of English papers. Initially, 350 papers were gathered, but after review, as shown in Figure 2, 186 papers were finalized for analysis. The abstracts underwent pre-processing followed by LDA application. The number of topics was set to 4 and other hyperparameters used default values. The methods for answering RQ1 is summarized. RQ1 checks whether the research field is active by using annual paper counts, journals, others, and the FWCI citation impact metric. FWCI is provided by journals and a score above 1.0 means above averages citation influence. Research results, the bibliometric analysis of 186 papers involved 391 authors, averaging 2.1 authors per paper, with single authors accounting for 29%. And during the same period, 1,259 general foresight papers were published, highlighting that foresight evaluation remains a nascent field. The earliest paper was published in 1991 with an average of about 10 papers per year since 2004. Overall, it suggests the field has not matured yet. There were 23 journals in total, but foresight evaluation papers were published in only 7 journals. The average FWCI was 1.45, meaning these papers are cited 35% more often than the global average. Reviewing the top 10 papers showed that mostly proposed direct evaluation frameworks and took critical approaches toward national foresight activities. For the LDA results, the top 10 keywords for each of the 4 topics are examined. The topics are shown in Table 2 and described as a high and medium level. Topic 1, Project for Policy, confirming most foresight activities are carried out as projects. Topic 2, Future Methodology, covering development, critique, and use of methods such as scenarios and delphi in future research. Topic 3, Technology, including discussions and evaluation related to technology forecasting. Topic 4, Future Impact, analyzing the effects of foresight activities on organizational policies, decision-making, learning, and performance. Next, topic distribution is examined. At a high level, topic 4, Future Impact, focuses on analyzing practical effects of foresight on corporate performance, organizational learning, and networking. Medium level topics are topic 1, 2, and 3. Topic 1 deals with project preparation, processes, and results in the context of policy formation. and organizational operations. Topic 2 discusses evaluation to conduct future research in a more constructive and justifiable way. Topic 3 centers on cases such as technology forecasting, technological innovation, and industry specific technology applications. Distribution of evaluative elements by topic is shown in Table 3. Topic 1 project for policy includes impact and quality, closely related to project process and research quality and policy decision support. Topic 2 future methodology includes quality, success, and impact, emphasizing methodological expertise and accuracy. Topic 3 technology covers impact and quality, focusing on actual effect and value assessment of foresight activities. Topic 4 future impact includes impact, quality, and success, indicating both the role of foresight as a policy tool and methodological completeness. The paper suggests the need for tailored evaluation frameworks per foresight project, reflecting differences in evaluate elements. Distribution of foresight frames by topic is shown in Table 4. The main frames are predictive, planning, and visionary. Topic 1 project for policy includes predictive, planning, scenaric, and visionary frames, focusing on policy goals, achievement, and exploring future alternatives. Topic 2 future methodology involves predictive, planning, scenaric, and transformative frames, applying various methodologies like computation, scenarios, and backcasting. Topic 3 technology includes predictive and planning frames, focusing on technology diffusion and future building. Topic 4 future impact covers predictive, planning, and visionary frames, concentrating on planning and vision frames. The results show that critical and action frames were generally not derived, suggesting this as a future task for expansion. Discussion. The paper provides a status and structural understanding of the foresight evaluation research field. Through bibliometric analysis, it reveals that foresighting evaluation focuses on a very limited set of topics. The paper highlights the need to expand toward learning implements and to reflect multiple aspects of foresight frames. From this perspective, the foresight evaluation field can shift from short-term outcome-based evaluation toward long-term strategic capability-focused evaluation. It also stresses that practical should incorporate this perspective into their designs. For the conclusion, this study provides an integrated review of foresight evaluation research. It contributes by analyzing foresight evaluation research comprehensively using LDA-based bibliometric analysis from various aspects. It also explains the overall flow of foresight evaluation research and offers directions for future studies. Limitations and future direction include data limitation due to using only English paper and suggest employing diverse data sources going forward. It also mentioned difficulties in generalization and suggests conducting case studies in related research fields with similar trends. And this is the end of the paper. Thank you for watching.